He can transform himself into a bat, which is very impressive. You can't do that.
I've not yet.
Have you even tried?
I've been practicing. I'm only on month 1 of my new Mexican vampire bat serum, though.
Here we go again. Welcome back, everybody, to Comic Books and Cold Ones. We are the beer podcast. We're your favorite beer podcast with a comic book problem. Here we talk all things comic books and we drink all things beer. So if that's what you like, then you are in the right place. I am one half of your show hosts, K-Mac, and I am joined by I don't like this nickname, but I'm going to use it. I have better nickname, maybe. I don't know. But he is bloodthirsty, but only because of science. He is Yekoro.
I'm bloodthirsty for the holiday season.
Yeah, because of science.
The green and crimson of science have brought me into my thirst for blood back out.
I was trying to think of a nickname that got you with the werewolf because he's just a young, quiet farm boy from Oklahoma, just like you are.
Lycanthropy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Patchwork for you. So,
Have what? Patchwork?
Patchwork. We'll get into that and why, because we're in our holiday season, so we are here to celebrate the joy and festivities of the season with you. So that means we are bringing you something holiday themed, and this year it's a little bit different because, like dreidels going bump in the night, we're going a little darker, and we're going with the 8 nights of Creat-Ukkah to celebrate the release of Creature Commandos on Disney Plus and the kickoff of the new DCU
HBO Max.
Sorry, yeah. And Disney Plus, we'll get in on it later.
Yes, I'm sure after Disney buys DC,
yes,
a la WWF buying WCW, it'll all be there for us.
But we're here to celebrate that and break it down for you while we drink some festive beers and tell you yarns of how to count down the nights of Creat-Ukkah with us. This is our first time parodying not Christmas. We usually do the 12 days of Xmas, but this time we're doing the 8 nights Hanukkah. So we're sorry if we were butchering your centuries-old traditions on here. But that's just what we do on Comic Books and Cold Ones.
Yeah, so. And honestly, we just didn't have enough time to prep for 12. Yes. And we like Creature Commandos, and so it all worked out.
It takes a lot to put together the 12 days of whatever miss that we do. It is probably our most intensely put together show if you've listened to any of them, and they usually run multiple hours. You have to break it over two episodes to get it in, but we can break all into one 8 nights of Creat-Ukkah. We
sure can.
Anyone out there likes what we're doing here, you can email us at cbcopodcast@gmail.com. Like us on X or Twitter at CBCO_podcasts, or look at all our funny pictures that we post on Instagram, comic_cold ones.
Yeah, that's where we are. Find us at all those places.
And do we have a shout out today?
We do have a shout out. We have a shout out. Our first ever download from Ethiopia, hopefully one of many, because I hear we have huge fan following there now, from Addis Ababa, the capital city of Ababa, yes, the capital city of Ethiopia, of course.
Yes. Big fans of the show.
Yeah. They loved our show that they downloaded. I can't remember which one. I think it was the one before the last one.
I believe so. So Addis Ababa, capital of Ethiopia, as K-Mac pointed out, also a big brewery town.
It is.
I think one of the brewery hubs of Africa, actually. I'm known for making a variety of beers. You can get it here near me from the biggest brewery there, because Habesha breweries.
Oh, because of the DC import rules.
Yes. Well, no, because also DC is, I think, the largest population of Ethiopians in the U.S.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So in my neighborhood, lots of Ethiopian restaurants, and you can get Habesha at the grocery store.
Even. Oh, sweet. There's Habesha breweries in Ethiopia, but it's closed right now.
Yeah, we're not allowed to go right now. But there's also a Heineken. There's a couple of craft breweries going on. So we may need to take a trip to Addis Ababa. Town's so nice, they named it twice almost.
Yeah, they did. They
Addis
almost
Ababa, Addis Ababa.
So it seems like the Heineken brewery is the largest one in the city as well.
So on Beer Rate Beer, they have Topia Tage Bet is the highest rated brewery. And then there's Bole Microbrewery. Then there's Beer Garden Inn.
I saw that too. Beer Garden Inn. That's you kill two birds with one stone there. Place to stay, place to drink.
Yep.
There you go. Oh, there's a beer. Are you looking at the beer guide on Rate Beer or no?
I just clicked on I think beer, yeah, that whatever they had there. So
Bole Microbrewery on Cameroon Road. Who would have known? I wouldn't have known that is a big brewery city. Would you? Or did you already know that?
I would have speculated of African countries that would have brewing traditions. It would be, since Ethiopia is one of the more ancient
And
established
yeah,
countries, and its links to the Near East and
and the
the Middle Eastern
Egyptians and
countries, yeah, and the Egyptians and all that area where brewery traditions grew up and started. So I would have thought for centuries it would have been brought down there.
yeah. And speaking of beers, we have
We have
something
to
to
get
do.
some Christmassy
No,
Creat-Ukkah,
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, Hanukkah themed Creat-Ukkah.
So did you bring a beer? I'm going to let you go first.
I did, and this beer comes out usually around this time of year, and so it's kind of a mashup of a seasonal beer for the winter time, and also in honor of Creat-Ukkah. And I've been to this
Mhm.
brewery. It's by Great Divide out of Denver, Colorado. It is the Yeti
Oh, nice.
Imperial Stout, coming in at 9.5%. Just like the creatures that we have on here, it is, just titled on the box "Believe."
Mm.
Um, let's see if I can pull up the little information on Yeti here.
Well, so and while you're doing that, Yeti would be an important member to this team,
Yes,
and there is no Yeti, but now there is, thanks to
yes,
you. You did it.
that's a
You
yes.
did it.
So the tagline is "I believe." That's the Great Divide, and they have it with the classic picture of Bigfoot, from the whatever the Zapruder film or whatever it is of the Bigfoot
Yeah,
from this.
that's a pretty.
Whatever that version is, I can't
Yeah.
remember.
When he got assassinated, I
Yeah,
remember that. Yeah.
Yeti Imperial Stout is an onslaught of the senses. It starts with a big roasty malt flavor that gives way to rich caramel and toffee notes. Yeti gets its bold hop character from an enormous quantity of American hops. It weighs in at a hefty 75 IBUs, which is really high bitter
Wow,
content
that's
for
yeah.
a stout.
It's breaking the IBU scales. Mm,
And it's got Centennial, Magnum, and Nag hops in it.
sweet. Have you had it before?
I have, and I've had all the various versions that you can get at the barrel house that they have for Great Divide in Denver, Colorado.
There's different versions of Yeti.
Yeah, so it's the one that their stouts that they'll do different types of bourbon barrel aging, different types of barrel aging of it, and all different varieties. It's one of their flagships.
Nice. Cool. And that they have that at like the Total Wine or wherever by you?
They had it at the just local grocery store, this at the
Oh,
organic grocery
sweet.
store. So yeah,
Wow. I need to check out some organic grocery stores.
you do.
I do. I do. Instead, I just check out breweries because there's so many breweries near me. So today I drove 30 minutes back and forth to get my beer because I am dedicated to this show.
You are.
30 minutes shed. Actually, anywhere I would have gone in Tampa would have taken 30 minutes anyway, but I drove up to Hernando County. So when you hear the word "twas," what do you think? You think "twas" the
Night before Christmas or
right?
first night of Hanukkah.
Yeah, "twas the first
Yeah.
day of Hanukkah." So my beer is called "'Twas a Dark and Stormy Night." So we're combining the "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" with our spooky subject here today with the Creature Commandos, and it is a English porter out of Hernando County, up by where my parents used to live, called a brewery called Tidal Brewing, Tidal, and it comes in at 5.2% ABV with 29 IBUs.
What kind of porter was it?
Oh,
Was it
it's an English porter with
porter?
notes of coffee and chocolate.
Tidal Brewing. How much? What was the ABV? It sounded pretty good.
5.2.
Oh, 5.2. Yeah.
Yeah, so not terrible and not too bitter. It says, and we'll see. I don't. Coffee I'm okay with. I don't normally like too much chocolate in my porter, so
Oh, you're weirdo like
we
that.
shall see. Chocolate kind of
You gotta
may or
have
may
that.
not.
That chocolate and porter go together
I
like peas and
know
carrots.
they
Like
do.
like the bride in Frankenstein, like
Right. I
like
might
Creature
be
in Commando.
I might be slightly allergic to chocolate. So
This is something I'm just learning now.
vampires are allergic to sunlight.
Is that your super? Yeah, is that your superhuman weakness?
That is my
Is
super weakness.
chocolate?
It's the only thing that can defeat my mutant drinking factor.
I, I did not know that chocolate was your weakness to bring you down.
Pineapple more than chocolate, but chocolate bugs me. So
I'm gonna make you a chocolate Hawaiian pizza one day.
oh, nice. In the tradition
Oh,
of all of those chocolate Hawaiians who
yeah,
love
yeah, the
pizza.
chocolate Hawaiians. They love that
Yeah,
best.
they do. They sure do.
It's like a dessert pizza. It got the sweet of the pineapples, the sugary, rich notes of the chocolate, and then the savoriness of the ham,
Yeah.
the Canadian bacon that everybody likes.
A Canadian bacon. Yeah. Awesome. I was going to say that too. Of course. I mean, what else would you put in there? You need your protein.
Yeah. What I'm always amazed at is how the Canadians discovered Hawaii and initiated trade with them before anybody else to get
Right.
to get their bacon in there before everybody else with the Kingdom Hawaii.
Hey, Canada's serious when it comes to their pizza toppings. That's
Yes,
for sure.
well, that's
And their
how they
breakfast and
dominate.
their breakfast meats.
They dominate their bacon side. Yeah, people got
have, a,
people got to get on this.
have monopoly on the bacon trade.
On my this year's beer advent calendar, I did
Yeah.
have an
Yeah.
imperial porter that was really good. It's probably the second best beer or either the second best beer or the best beer I've tried so far.
In the
By
calendar.
yep, by
Nice.
far, yeah.
Cool. And you
It
got
was
that
like
where?
it's the Costco one
Oh,
this year,
Jesus.
yeah,
My beer just splattered all over me.
because it revolted against your love
Yeah.
for your hatred of chocolate.
Yeah. The chocolate was like, we will get you. Okay, good. It doesn't mean that there is a problem with the can because the beer is foaming.
So yeah, this year with the Costco beer advent calendar, they went different. They didn't do the same company. So all the beers, I got lots of more different styles this time, but they all kind of like are made for the box. So it looks like they
Hmm.
work together with like 3 or 4 breweries and like, hey, can you make all these different styles? And we'll have our own sticker labels for them.
Well, that's cool.
A few of them you can get in Germany, but I haven't seen them on the websites when I go looking at them. I haven't seen them all. But they got a variety of styles that I wouldn't normally associate with German beers. So
That's cool. Maybe I'll get that again next year.
if you're lucky, maybe I'll get you
Maybe. Did I? Because
one. If you eat your chocolate.
if I eat all my chocolate. Was it last year that I did one, or was it the year before? I think it was the year before.
Yeah, a couple years
Yeah,
ago
two
we
years
did one
ago.
together.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
It's a chore. It's a chore to do a tall boy at 4
Yeah.
o'clock each day or whenever you get off
Hey,
work.
hey, sometimes sacrifices must be made.
And 5 o'clock rolls around, you gotta get that tall boy in. Cheers. Well, the robustness. You can smell the hops on it. It pours jet black, similar to yours. It has more coffee notes than a lot of stouts do, but it's not a coffee stout, so it doesn't overpower you. It does have the deep level chocolate.
Definitely has the. I don't really taste chocolate. I taste only coffee, and I smell only coffee. Oh, that's good.
Of your porters,
I
yeah,
like chocolate. I just don't. Chocolate doesn't like me. So
have you ever had to sit down with it?
yes,
Have you ever organized a task force around mythical creatures to take out Nazis?
Project C.
Actually take out the Swiss. I should say Nazis to take out the Swiss.
Uh, yeah, that Project C didn't go very well. Every, everyone was just everyone just like ate a bunch of chocolate and sat around, got really hyper, then fell asleep.
Oh my god, I got a sugar rush. Oh, I'm going on a nappy nap. I don't want to go climb any mountains to take out Switzerland. So, to get into Creature Commandos, we're here to educate you over 8 crazy nights of Creat-Ukkah. And so Creature Commandos was created back in, is it 1980 on the dot?
I think 1980 or
1980, yeah.
1982. Yeah,
November
November 1980.
November 1980 in Weird World's Tales number 93, created by Jeff D. DeMatteis and Pat Broderick. Jeff Broderick.
Broderick. Yeah, J.M.
Broderick.
DeMatteis and
Pat
Pat
Broderick.
Broderick.
So back in the day when war comics were still a big thing and you could depict Nazis in books pretty regularly with no worries, or
Yeah.
dead Nazis wearing Nazi clothing, you could get away with that.
Yeah, there are Nazis all over the place in this thing, and it's fun, right? Because it's the one enemy everyone can agree on.
Everybody hates Nazis.
Everybody does. Well, yeah. At
So
least in 1982, everybody did.
so in Weird World Tales, it was just oddball short stories detailing different things that occurred during war randomly. Twist of fate, kind of like Twilight Zone, macabre, throwback to Tales from the Crypt kind of stories, with the lead character being Death, telling about different tales of death in war. And there's a variety of characters that came out of this in the DC universe. The big one, of course, the one we're talking about, Creature Commandos, which will break down on the 8 days of who the members are, was probably one of the most popular one, and it unified with the other big popular one, which was GI Robot, who became a Creature Commando, and engaged in the exploits, and we'll talk about that also. Went away, and they've made different appearances over the years in different media. They've had a couple limited series runs. They were in Batman Brave and the Bold.
Oh, really?
A few episodes, yeah, they were pretty
That's
good.
cool.
In the DC Showcase, they had one where the Creature Commandos got hunted down by GI Robot in one of the DC showcases. I either read it or watched. I can't remember which.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't
And,
I haven't seen that one. That sounds great, though.
and they had another comic animated show that was on like Cartoon Network for like an episode or something. That was like more kid oriented, which is interesting because they're killing Nazis.
Yeah, that's all they do. They rebooted them a little bit in 2000, where they have some of the characters in the 2000s, or was it 2020 or 2023? I thought they rebooted them like 2023. Either way, I think the Tim Truman Scott Eaton one was in 2023, at least according to the DC app. And then that kind of modernized them a little bit, but also they were fighting some like strange extra dimensional
Yeah, they're
enemies.
fighting wars from. Yeah, I started reading that. So that was 2000. That
It was
series ran.
2000. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're rebounded as one limited run in 2023 to get ready for the newest series that they just released this year.
Yeah.
To pump up the other creative show, which is the start of the DCU under James Gunn and his writing partner, whose name eludes me. I'm over in Game
He
Act.
eludes me too,
That
but
was supposed to be his research part.
I will do research. It's Sean Gunn. I'm just joking.
No. Sean Gunn will also be taking part on this.
Peter Safran.
Yep, Peter Safran.
That guy.
So, in the theme of the holiday today, just like the oil was only supposed to last 1 day on the original Hanukkah when the Maccabees took back the temple from those evil Greek overrulers and they rededicated, the oil lasted for 8 days. But just like that, we have two teams where
Heck
we're
yeah.
not only going to get 8 nights of creatures, we're going to get an extra 8 nights also from the comic book team and the on-screen animated team. And we line them up and pair them down to break it down for you today while we drink some beers and sing the praises and light a candle for each.
Yep. And this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this.
One of the things I did also researching is trying to know more about Hanukkah. Even though I play Jewish on TV, I do not know much about Hanukkah. And I went looking to see if there was a special theme for each night. And ADK, who's a friend of the show, who happens to be a member of the tribe, informed me that was dumb shit. And of course, there's not. No, we just light the candles and give gifts. It's total BS to try to get in on the Christmas market here. No, do not write us. Don't go after us. I know that's not true, but I tried to look to see if there are themes or anything, and there's only 2 nights that kind of were modern ideas of themes. But the first one and the first night is dedication night. So the whole point of Hanukkah is they retake the temple back, the Temple of Solomon, and right, Temple of Solomon. Yeah,
I think temple. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes,
Checks out.
rededicate it that night for the fires to start burning the candles. And so just like a dedication, we dedicate things off by who started these teams.
Right. Who
And
was the dedicated individual that put in the time to get this stuff started?
to make creatures
Make creatures out of people.
to kill Nazis.
Yeah. And I think most of our Hanukkah knowledge comes from when we saw Adam Sandler in 1995. I think that's about it, which
Perform the Hanukkah song.
yeah, perform the Hanukkah song. Kudos to us, because I don't know many people who've seen Adam Sandler live.
This is true.
Yeah, just us. Only us.
That absolves us of any faux pas we'll say against
Yes.
Jewish traditions at all on this.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
like I'm drinking Yeti, and I think Yeti would look good in the yarmulke, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a member of the Jewish faith.
Probably.
Crushes it at dreidel, I bet.
I bet he does.
You can't stop the Yeti when it comes to the dreidel.
No, no.
It's not like leavened bread at all. It's not. He's used to.
No, you can't do it.
So to get
All
this
right.
kicked off, in the comic book series, starting in '80, the creature commandos were invented or created by one Professor Mazursky, who theorized that the Europeans, mainly the Nazis, had some deep ingrained fears of archetypal characters from their ancient lore that would scare them as much as as anything to help against the fighting. So he got 3 subjects and
Yep.
turned them into mythical monsters of yore, namely a vampire, a werewolf, and a Frankenstein monster.
Yeah, and so the idea was to battle psychologically as well as physically, but with the same individuals. So not only they scare them, they can whoop some ass too.
Yes.
And essentially that was their whole plan. And they called it Project M. M for monster, M for Mazursky maybe, but really M for monster.
Yes. Professor Mazursky also, with the aid of somebody else, invented GI Robot. So
Oh
it
yes,
all
look at
ties
that.
together. So he's the creator of GI Robot. So basically, it goes Eisenhower, then Mazursky on what beat the Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. That
Yeah.
tracks because who else is there, right?
Yeah. Well, I
That's
mean,
it.
a lot of dead Russians are up there
Yeah.
also. But if
Yeah,
they
they're
had
number 3. Number
if
3.
they had a lot of if they just made monsters on the Russian side, could have saved a whole lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
So on this night, we celebrate Professor Mazursky for creating
Yes.
terrifying Nazi killing monsters, and that is very much in the Jewish tradition. I'd like to say, and
That is true. That is very true. Like what else is more in the tradition than scaring killing Nazis?
Mazel tov. So that's on the comic book side. On the animated side, we've only seen 2 episodes so far, but we do get to see briefly a character named Myron Mazursky, who turns out to be the creator of the powers of Nina Mazursky, his daughter, who we'll talk about here in a little bit. But you only see him briefly wearing a doctor's, scrub mask and scrub hood. And when she mentions him that her daddy was a scientist. And oddly, when you look at him in the eyes and face, even though he's wearing the mask and the hat, he kind of looks like the guy's drawn to be Dr. Frankenstein, which you also see in episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering. Yeah.
All right, and here's where I messed up. I didn't think this was coming out till January. It's already out?
Yes.
Shit, you didn't tell me, dude.
That's the whole reason we're doing this episode.
I thought we were getting in early.
There's already 2 episodes going.
Oh shit. Well, I know what I'm going to watch after this show.
Yeah.
Right. So he's just a younger version and maybe a less involved version of the Dr. Mazursky from the comic books. But who knows? Maybe more will be revealed, right?
Yeah. Like I said, he looks kind of like in the face, but you can't tell because he's wearing a mask because they do have Dr. Frankenstein appear later. Kind of looks like Dr. Frankenstein a little bit.
Interesting. Who would have thought?
Yeah. So I don't know what those James Gunn and Mr. Saffron are pulling there, but I'm a wondering.
Interesting. Well, they haven't disappointed yet.
Not
right?
yet.
And anything they've written in the comic book world.
Hmm. And they got carte blanche with the Creature Commandos because no one, no one's, no
Cares.
one's, no one's going to say boo about it. But
Yeah, so if it doesn't work out, they can just say, "Oh, that was a standalone." But if the people like the history that it's showing of the DC universe or the DC, you know, entertainment universe or whatever they're calling it now, then hey, right, it worked. That's great.
so that's the first candle on dedication night for the temple.
And I have lit the candle.
Yes. On night number 2, we get the handler of the creature commandos, and some people would say the real monster of the group.
Right, right.
And he's chosen to, in the comic books, this Lieutenant Matthew Shreve is chosen to lead the creature commandos as an elite strike force unit. And even the creature commandos frequently say, "What an asshole and evil human being you are."
Yeah, they recognize him as the monster
Yes.
as opposed to them. And he's the one in the very first appearance of the Creature Commandos that introduces them, that kind of they invite generals and military officials from several other countries where they reveal the Creature Commandos. And right away, one of them tries to kill one of the generals. And then Shreve's punishment is that he has to accompany them on all their missions.
Yes. And he doesn't like it. And he
No,
does order the killing of children
he
in one
does.
issue where they were trying to make Nazi
That
super soldier
that was
children.
a crazy issue. I like that. Like when we get to like talking, if we can talk about it now if we want, but when we get more in depth, like I want to talk about that was some crazy shit in that issue.
Whatever. What if you want to talk about it now, or we want to bring up another character? You can, you can lay it on.
Yeah. So their mission is to infiltrate this base, and it's kind of like developing the Hitler Youth in this space. And what they have these kids do is they've taken these kids away from their parents and brainwashed them. And then when they reintroduce them to their parents, the test is like, will the children murder their parents?
At
And
Hitler's
they,
command.
at Hitler's command, and they do.
Yes.
And they do.
Basically, they replace Hitler as the parent figure in all these kids' lives, and that's all they teach them. Yeah.
Yeah. So then the creature commandos come in, and it almost reminds me of like the movie Child's Play, where you're like fighting like a doll that's on you. So like these kids are all over them. They can't do anything. And then Velcro, the vampire, scares one of them, like snaps his mind back into, you know, regular kid's mind before he was brainwashed. And right away the kid wants his mother and then realizes he's killed his mother. So then all the kids start attacking the Nazis.
Yes. Which is messed up even
Yeah,
crazier.
yeah. And then they all get shot, and then Shreve blows them all up. Essentially, right? Isn't that
Yes. Yeah.
that's yeah. So that is one of the most fucked up issues that I've read in a while of a comic book.
Cheaper than a psychologist, I guess. I don't know.
It sure is.
it's, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah,
But that's the
yeah.
kind of monster Shreve is. He will kill children indiscriminately.
But they have a different Shreve character in the cartoon because
Yes.
they're playing off of the Suicide Squad movie, the one that James Gunn directed, and Peacemaker TV series are all canon in the new DC universe. So the handler in the cartoon is Rick Flag Sr. If you remember Rick Flag, he died in uh, he was in both Suicide Squads, but he died in the Suicide Squad because Peacemaker killed him.
In the big thing with the animated series going on, all the voice actors you hear will also be playing them as live action characters if they appear in the DCEU.
Mhm.
So Viola Davis is back as Amanda Waller since she was in the both Peacemaker and Suicide Squad. She brings in Rick Flag to start up a new Suicide Squad that's not led by human beings because the
Mhm.
Congress won't allow her to run by human beings. So her her bureaucratic workaround is monsters aren't
They're not
humans.
humans. Yeah.
So she can use them, which is an interesting take. And Rick
Yeah.
Flag is just going along for the ride to kind of make up for his son and kind of feels bad for the creatures, but also has the same attitude that the monster's got to get in line to get the mission done.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting take too that
And
you
he's
have.
played by Frank Grillo, who played Crossbones in the MCU.
Frank Grillo. He hasn't done anything since, I don't think, that I've seen him
He'll appear randomly.
in.
Uh, he he also has that cheap man version that played Deathstroke in the Arrowverse that looks just like
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
four
yeah. I know who
hands
you're
version.
talking about. Yeah.
He was like an Australian actor too. When they're like, we can't afford Frank Grillo,
Who do we
let's,
got?
let's get.
Oh, he's in the show Tulsa King.
Yes, Aaron Bushnell. All right,
Hmm.
is
I
that
don't
his
know.
name? No,
Bill
sorry.
Bevilacqua.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never watched Tulsa King. I figure it's about you.
pretty much.
Pretty much like a loose interpretation of your
Yeah,
life.
yeah. Where I kind of run the town to take over for the marijuana guys,
Gotcha.
and and had a former life as
As a
Deathstroke,
boxer.
as Deathstroke on DC's Arrowverse, CW's Arrowverse. So
Nice.
yeah, we may get to see him also as bring back Deathstroke. So night number 2, we light the candle in honor of the assholes who lead the team. That's who we dedicate this night to. And I think it's
Uh,
apropos for
so, yeah.
the second night.
Let's go on to day 3. Day 3 is fun.
On night number 3, we light a candle to reanimate the loved ones we miss the most. And so,
That's so funny.
on night number 3 of Creat-Ukkah, we reanimate Private Elliot Lucky Taylor as a living, walking flesh golem. You call them Frankenstein monsters, nicknamed Patchwork, who is the
Yeah.
hard luckiest of the creature commandos because he had
Um,
the least willingness to joining the team since he was just put back together.
he's the heart of the team too.
Yes.
He's the most sensitive and probably the most resistant to violence, excuse me, out of all the members. Although he seems to be forced to do the most violent things.
Yes. When they
What
need
it,
the room cleared and bashed
yeah.
and everything, they call on Patchwork.
What is the craziest thing he killed that you read? I got mine.
Doesn't he kill a dinosaur?
He kills a fucking brontosaurus.
Yes, yeah, that's
He
right.
snaps the neck of a brontosaurus. I'm like, whoa. And then he cries. Every time he kills something, he sheds a
Yeah.
tear.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
cry too if I killed a brontosaurus. Those are plant eaters.
yeah.
They're
Now this
not-
this brontosaurus had sharp teeth. This is before we, paleontologists knew. This is before comic book paleontologists knew that brontosaurus are plant eaters.
or maybe they just misunderstood that they need those sharp teeth to shred all the lettuce
Maybe
from the
they
trees and
do.
everything. Yeah,
I mean, this brontosaurus was charging them though, like brontosaurus are known to do.
because of the Japanese had instigated it on Dinosaur Island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There's also another issue where they have to like parachute into the location, but he's too heavy for the parachute all the way down, so he has to ride a bomb
Yes,
all the way down. So he's just like straddling a bomb, and then right before the bomb hits, he lets his parachute loose. That's a cool panel too. Like if you could buy a panel of art, that would be a panel of art to buy. That one,
that
and when he kills snaps a brontosaurus neck.
that's beast mode for a flesh golem to do.
Yeah, but he's super strong. And I think that's about.
If he loses his limbs, they put him back together. That's
Yeah. Oh, and
the thing.
his vocal cords were severed, so he can't speak, and that's what makes him different from DC's other Frankenstein.
Yeah, he just emotes.
Yeah. And so, who's Frankenstein's alternative in the cartoon?
In the cartoon, we get the female version of Frankenstein, the bride, who has lots of lore in the DC comics after the Creature Commandos come out, and you get
Yeah.
her after the rebirth of right before the New 52 in the Agents of Shade when they
Yeah.
generate that she becomes the leader of the Agents of Shade.
And she wasn't she in the Seven Soldiers story too?
She Frankenstein appears. She doesn't appear in the
I
Seven
thought she
Soldiers.
appeared in that too. I
I
could
don't
be wrong,
remember her
but I thought
appearing.
she did.
But right after that, he joined Frankenstein, gets recruited by
Joined Shade.
Shade. Yeah,
Yeah, so she's in it just for a little bit to help recruit him,
yeah,
if I remember. But
yeah.
yeah, and she's voiced by Indira Varma, who people remember from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones also already a DC character also because she was on the Human Target TV show.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, as the handler
Oh,
of the
wow.
Human Target.
Oh, wow.
And
Gosh,
what's amazing is she kind of looks like the bride with
she
her
does. Yeah, they
when
cast her
they did
very
her
well.
hair up. Yeah, if they did her hair up, she looked like the bride. Not green, but could be.
Yeah.
But she's the big ass kicker also in the TV show when they need to clear the room, use guns, punch people. In episode 2, she takes out a group of militants like nobody's business, cartoon style, throws a guy through a wall and leaves his body print on the wall.
Nice.
And yeah, just hammers down on a bunch of dudes. So they're the Frankenstein replacements for the team. They're the sweetheart hearts of the team, but also the muscle. And they kind of do that. So we reanimate our loved ones on night 3 here.
That the bride is a great character in the comic books by herself anyway. So that's nice that they added her onto the show.
The big thing they don't have in the show is she only has 2 arms instead of 4. And yeah, there's speculation
That's
is
right.
she'll
Do they
she
add them
may
later?
well there's speculation that she's going to be a live action maybe that they don't have to deal with
Oh yeah,
the
that's a pain in the
CG,
ass.
this extra CGI or something with just the forearms or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that. Right.
Saves on the tailor bill for the
Oh
costumes,
yeah.
just because the hair budget on her alone is
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, yeah.
Bring that character alive.
So on night 4, we light the candle for the scariest ones. Is that how you themed it?
On night 4, it's the night before we have the most light. So it's not the
Oh, okay.
darkest night, but it's right before the dawn when we have more candles than not more candles.
Gotcha.
So it is for the dark ones
Yeah. All right.
that are scared of the light. So we have to honor them on night number 4.
Gotcha. And the creature commando from the original comic book story is Sergeant Vincent Velcoro. They call him Velcro, and he's a science made vampire.
Made to in being fused for I forgot how many days with Mexican.
I think it was 6 months.
Yeah, for with Mexican vampire blood to where he's turned into basically a Mexican vampire.
Yeah, vampire bat blood for 6 months. He was injected with a compound made with experimental chemicals and blood extracted from the New Mexican vampire bat. He chose this, or volunteered in quotes, because he was sentenced to 30 years for treason. So this was his alternative: to go to prison for 30 years or become a living vampire.
Hey, I'm Vincent Velcoro. I just had to move the guns out with the Yeah, he's shown as a street tough, of course, and typical New York, Italian, Brooklyn street thug, greaser style. So apropos for a vampire.
Yeah, and he can transform himself into a bat, which is very impressive.
Yes.
You can't do that.
I'm not yet.
Have you even tried?
I've been practicing.
Okay.
I'm only on month 1 of my new Mexican vampire serum though.
What is it called when they take out your blood and they spin it and
Centrifuge it?
Yeah, it's centrifuge it. Yeah, so there you got the Mexican vampire bat blood centrifuged.
Yep.
Ready to go?
Yes.
It's a good idea.
That's what when I go to dialysis, everybody else is there for renal failure. I'm there for Mexican vampire bat treatment.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, he's looking a little pasty. You may want to make sure he has some more blood. Like, oh no, that's what he's going for. That's what he's going.
He only comes here at night. Yeah, well, that's part of the treatment plan.
Hey, I'm working over here.
Hey.
So Velcoro's the continues to be a street tough, embraces being frightening, and still suffers from needing to drink people's blood. So they give him animal blood every once in a while. But every once in a while, they kind of turn a blind eye if he wants to suck a Nazi.
Yeah, lots of
Suck the life.
Nazis.
Yes. But yeah.
And every once in a while he'll go after a civilian, and Frankenstein will have to stop him. That happened a couple of times.
Still likes the ladies. Still likes the ladies.
Still loves the ladies. I said Frankenstein, but I meant Lucky.
So right before the dawn, that's who we get. And to light the dawn on the other side, on the animated side, we get Dr. Phosphorus, who is a long-running Batman villain.
Right.
And appeared in multiple iterations of the animated series over the years, and Justice League and the Batman various ones. He was Alex Sartoris, who is in the comic books. He tried to open a nuke plant in
Central Gotham, right?
Yeah. And Bruce Wayne didn't let him do that, and he started up his own nuke plant that didn't go so right, and he got irradiated with 1 million shards of irradiated sand, or jabbed with
irradiated magma, I think, is what I read.
And then became permanently irradiated, just a glowing skeleton who can burn things and also emits radiation on people.
It sounds scary.
In the show, he's the most erstwhile cantankerous of the group. Not really wanting to be there, tries to break free in the first episode. Of course, they have bombs in their head, like all Project Whatever from Amanda Waller, just like Suicide Squad, and tries to get free. But also kind of has a little bit of a heart of gold, just like Velcoro does. When Rick Flag is banging the princess of Polistan, he watches the door so the guards don't come in.
And who voices Dr. Phosphorus?
Alan Tudyk.
The great Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
So.
Who you would know from many different types of sci-fi shows, comic book shows, across the board. Beloved character actor. He played Clayface on the Harley Quinn show, and he's done a few other characters.
He voiced the robot on Rogue One. It was really good. K2SO, was that his name? I think so. And he was on Firefly.
Yes.
Which was also a great show.
He also plays the pirate, right, in Dodgeball.
Oh, he does. I
believe that's him, right?
That is absolutely him. My kids are, when they became like older teenagers, we watched Dodgeball a bunch. And dodge a wrench and dodge a ball.
What are the six D's of dodgeball?
Yeah.
Dodge, dive, duck, dart, and dodge.
Dodge was,
Dodge was twice because it's so important.
Yeah. Was that Hank Azaria who played him in the 60s?
You mean Patches of Houlihan?
Yeah, wasn't it Hank Azaria?
No. Oh yeah, it is. It is Hank Azaria. Plays Patches of Houlihan. Rip Torn does it, the older one.
Right.
The late great Rip Torn. We pour one out on the night for Rip Torn. Also known as Rip Torn Night. Most people don't know that about the fourth night of Creat-Ukkah.
Yeah.
Creat-Ukkah. So that's when we end the darkness and we get more light now on day 5. And it's known as Children's Night in a lot of traditions, because it's when the kids get to play. Also, when there's more candles than the first night of more candles than not. Past the halfway mark here, Creat-Ukkah. And so we get the most innocence of the characters. And we've told you about the main 3, the Creature Commandos, but there's actually a 4th one that appears in the original run.
About halfway through.
Yeah, it's Dr. Myrra Rhodes, when they know they need a female lead, who is their doctor, who turns herself in to a Gorgon monster and calls herself Dr. Medusa, and she has snakes for hair.
And she inhales some kind of gas or something that turns her into what she becomes, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Does she turn people to stone when she looks at them?
She doesn't. She just has snakes for hair.
What are they? What else is it? That's all?
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying, but like, boom, you just shoot her, right? And the snakes catch the bullets.
Have you ever tried to shoot somebody that has snakes for hair?
I have not. Does it not? It probably doesn't work. That's a good point.
No.
Snakes can dodge the bullets.
Yes.
So speaking of Medusa, when you were young, you watched the old Clash of the Titans, right?
Yes.
Great movie for kids.
Is this where you're going to confess that you were scared of the Medusa?
No, well, I don't know if I was scared of the Medusa, but they really did Medusa well, don't you think?
Yeah. Harryhausen, yeah.
Yeah.
The great clay animator really, that was a big finale before he went on to the great claymation studio in the sky. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All Out did an awesome job on all that, but yeah, Medusa was by far the best.
Yeah, she was cool
and was scary. I remember,
Yeah.
because she rattled it. They had the rattler when she come out.
Oh yeah. They had a lot of good claymation in that movie. The villain, I can't remember his name, but he was claymation some of the time too.
Calabac, right? Or Caliban?
Yeah,
Caliban?
that sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh, Calabas. That was it.
Calabas. All right.
Yeah.
Not quite Dark Side Sun, but close.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Cool person. And yeah, they had the chess set with the gods when they would move the pieces and they would move animated style.
Yeah, that's right. What a good show.
So she's the most innocent of. I debated whether to make the other characters Child's Night or not. So on night 6, but since we have one character that is the daughter of Myron Mazursky, Nina Mazursky, that's who I went with on the animated side. She is
child.
Yeah, she's a child that got converted, we believe, in the animated series to being a fish person, like a Creature of the Black Lagoon person, not an Atlantean. Yes. So she has to wear anything. She does appear in the comics once they become Agents of Shade. She is the doctor who runs it over. They no longer have. They do have Dr. Medusa eventually, but Nina Mazursky is the one that runs it for Shade, and she tries to recreate the original Creature Commandos to no avail, but does transform herself into a fish person. And you don't know why she's in the show, the first 2 episodes, other than they may have to get involved in water. And she is by far the most innocent and kind of scared of everything that's going on in the show.
But the most capable of dealing with a water situation.
Yes. And she drops an F-bomb in the show.
Oh, no way. Because they can't go get Aquaman, right? Because they can't use Black Manta. Black Manta would be the one that Waller would want to use, right, in this kind of situation, because she's tried to use him before in the comic books. However, she can't use people anymore.
He a person.
Yep.
But Nina Mazursky, monster.
Mm-hmm.
So, character we know the least about, most innocent by far, perfect for Children's Night. Yeah. So we light a candle and celebrate with the kids and play a game of dreidel, or what would creatures play? They don't play dreidel. What do you think?
Oh, that's a good question. What games do creatures play?
I probably spin bones, right? Game of knuckles. Game of knuckle bones. Or spin a skull. Skull.
Yeah, probably spin a skull or spin a head. Decapitated head.
Which would be Dr. Phosphorus, since they spin a skeleton.
Yeah, that's true.
They do talking about Harryhausen. They do drop Jason the Argonauts quote about Dr. Phosphorus looking like he's from the clay animated version of Jason the Argonauts.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So that does pop up. So that is the beautiful night number 5.
That's night number 5, yeah.
And it could have gone the next ones, because these are maybe the more innocent ones, kind of in a little ways.
Yeah.
But I figure night 666 is the mark of the beast night.
There you go.
On our Creat-Ukkah. So that's why I wanted to howl at the moon a little bit with our furry creature on each team. And on the comic book side, who is it, K-Mac?
Well, it's Private Warren Griffith, who suffered from lycanthropy. We talked about this a little bit ago, and they just accelerated what he suffered from and made him turn into a werewolf. But he can't control it. He just kind of turns into a werewolf, and then he doesn't, and he turns back at the most unfortunate moments.
Just a poor country farm boy from Oklahoma who was 4F because he was crazy in the brain at howling at the moon.
Yeah, he was once Tulsa King,
Once
but
the Tulsa King.
not anymore. And his transformations don't have anything to do with the moon phases either. They just kind of happen. But he, like I said, he has no control over them. So it's kind of, it makes for a good story because they'll be in the middle of a fight and suddenly he'll switch to a dude who doesn't know how to fight and is super scared of where he is.
Yes.
And then he'll
Whereas,
pretty quickly turn back into a werewolf. But
like he starts out not really like being the wolf, and then he adopts to like being the wolf because he's more confident and more in charge and able to get things done and howl at things once he's wearing
yeah,
the mark of the beast. Any highlights from the comics that you remember other than him?
mostly just him changing at unfortunate or terrible moments. He gets captured by the Japanese on Dinosaur Island, and they have to go rescue him. But when they get there, he pretty much turns into a wolf and rescues himself. So
Yes.
that seems to happen a lot for him.
It's kind of a convenient thing.
It is. It is. It's a nice little Trojan horse type ploy they can pull. And when he's the wolf, he's like super bloodthirsty and just wants to murder everything. He's a murder
Yes.
wolf for sure.
Yes.
All murder
Just
wolf.
just wants to kill Nazis, Japanese, anybody he can get his
Mhm.
hands on.
Yeah.
Children.
Yeah.
You won't play fetch. And speaking of killing children, that's where we get the animal side of the animated team. We get the appearance of Weasel, who first debuted in Suicide Squad #2, and this time in the animated version, he survived the original assault on Corto Maltese,
Yeah.
wherever they went. Was it Corto Maltese? I can't
It was
remember.
Corto Maltese. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you get the reappearance of him of just an oversized Weasel character who they repeatedly say killed like 24 children.
No, do they really? Oh,
Yes.
jeez. So
They're
he fit
like,
right in.
we think he's mostly reformed, but he was in for killing like 24 children. And he's the
That's
character you
crazy.
know the least about, but he is the same character. James Gunn has confirmed, yeah, all the way through and through. Doesn't know how to swim in the Suicide Squad, so
No.
that's how they tie him out. Which I believe weasels are really good swimmers, if I had to guess.
Are they? They
Since
might
they're
be.
related to otters, right? So they have to be good.
Yeah. Well, can weasels swim is what Google pops up. Weasels are skilled swimmers and can dive underwater from a young age. They can swim between islands to find new hunting grounds.
Yeah, yeah. I always thought, being in the ferret weasel otter family, marmot, you know,
Well,
civet.
but what about an anthropomorphic weasel?
Obviously
Can they
not.
swim? No, they can't swim.
Loaded with the burden of killing so many children, they can't swim. But they repeat the story multiple times just to let people know that no, he's not furry and fun.
Yeah. Now, is he in the actual comic books or is he a movie
He
character? He
is a
must be.
character in the
Yeah.
comic book, but he's not the same exact character. So there is a weasel. I believe he's a Batman villain. Um,
Really?
yeah, he is an anthropomorphic
Close.
weasel. John Monroe first appeared in Firestorm 1988, and then dies eventually in Doom Patrol Suicide Squad #1 in 1988.
I was going to say, obviously, a Firestorm villain.
Yes.
Like, duh.
Former
Oh,
college
here.
physics professor. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. At Stanford. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember how cool Firestorm was when he was on Super Friends on Saturday morning
No,
when he
when he
first came out?
debuted in
Yeah.
the rebirth of the Super Friends, you're like,
Yeah.
oh damn,
Yeah.
what's
Look at this
this?
guy. Yeah.
What's this? He does also come back in Blackest Weasel comes back as Blackest Night as a member of the Black Lantern Corps too.
Oh, no. Does he make a deal with that villain who's like Satan? Remember that one we read?
Necro? No, that's
Necro.
in Villains Unleashed.
Yeah, but I didn't
Villains.
know if he was in that too.
No, he's dead before then.
That's what they're supposed to be dead for Villains Unleashed. No, no, that's right because he tries to get live villains.
Yeah, and give them more powers in exchange for their souls.
Mm.
Where she just comes back as a Black Lantern under the Black Hand's leadership of the Black Lantern Corps. And as we all know, death is an emotion.
Yes, I'm feeling so death today,
I'm feeling so death today.
and that's Jeff Johns' thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
But Weasel's the most intriguing of character because he's funny looking. He's got odd quirks, and we know he's going to do something funny, right?
Yeah, unpredictably funny.
Yeah, but we don't know. No clue. No clue.
I think that's nice though that they brought him in to tie the other property.
Mm-hmm. And he is played by Sean Gunn in all the versions. Hey,
Yeah.
brother.
I got some. Well, Sean Gunn voices a couple of characters in this, but I want to jump back real. Oh, we didn't get there yet. Never mind. And I won't jump back. I'll wait till we get there.
Okay.
Waiting. Go.
But I'm wondering what we're going to see from Weasel coming up. So
I heard that there's going to be an episode focused on his origin story that will remind you a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3.
Okay.
With the Rocket Raccoon origin story.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So that is night 6. We light the candle to howl at the moon and honor the beast.
Mm-hmm.
In night 7, we get the shiny knight for 7 to represent heaven.
Okay. Sure.
And across the board, it's the same character because just like God in the shiny knight, it's always the same character. We get GI robot.
Yeah. Same God, different religion, right?
Yeah, we get two versions of GI robot with Jake number 1 and Jake number 2, who is a programmed robot designed to kill Access powers. And Jake 1 gives up his life and a mission, and then Jake number 2 takes over. They both meet up with the Creature Commandos at different times, but Jake number 2 is the more famous one and joins with Project M. Joins the Creature Commandos kind of formally as a teammate.
I hope we get to see his arch nemesis, Krako the Samurai Robot.
Oh,
that'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
In the comic books, he really doesn't ever talk, doesn't say anything, just does the mission, and gets it done. And Jake stands for Jungle Automatic Killer, Experimental 2 or Experimental 1. So he's designed mainly for the Pacific theater, as opposed to the European theater of War II.
Gotcha. Because robots in the jungle, it makes sense.
Yeah. And then in one of that showcase I was telling you about, Shreve's son gets hired to take out the Creature Commandos, because he blames them for what they did to his father, and he gets the assistance of GI Robot reprogrammed to take them out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And they have, Nina Mazursky also appears in that, if I remember right, because she's helping out the Creature Commandos get back to the lab of Mazursky to hopefully maybe turn back what happened to them.
Now there's are there more than one of these around at the same time, or is it just Jake 1 then Jake 2?
Yeah, Jake 1 takes it, and then Jake 2 comes back, takes over. Jake 1 sacrificed himself, saving the lives of Marines. Jake 1 destroyed a subsequent model came out, At one point, Jake 1 even encountered Krakoa, a samurai robot, a Japanese version of himself, but was able to defeat him in a physical combat. Jake 1 sacrificed his own existence to save the lives of Marines. And although he's destroyed, Jake 2 came back. So they were attempting to make one, and Jake 2 became the unofficial member of the Creature Commando.
And it looks like a pretty cool character. I've never read anything with GI Robot or Jake 1 or 2, but Looks like his left arm is a fully functional automatic machine gun,
Yes.
which can fire bullets and mini torpedoes and small anti-aircraft missiles. That's nice. Everyone should have one of those. Like if there's anything that, spoke to the seventh day of Hanukkah, is definitely left arm machine gun
Well,
torpedo
torpedoes.
anti-aircraft. Yeah.
Nothing speaks more to Creat-Ukkah on the seventh day than a torpedo coming out of your arm.
You said it well.
And on the animated sides, we get what we believe is Jake number 2 also, because he has a number 2 on his helmet.
Ah, cool.
And that's the reason people online are assuming that he's Jake number 2. And he is very talkative, unlike the Jake in the comic books. And all he says to everybody is, "Do we get to kill Nazis now?
Oh,
Is it
jeez.
time to kill Nazis?"
And he is voiced by Sean Gunn.
Yeah, I would like to kill Nazis now. And he sees everything around him is potentially a Nazi to kill. And his right arm, I believe, not his left arm, transforms into a gun where his hand drops down and a barrel pops out. So it looks like he's holding his hand's holding a gun with the barrel on the end, which is a pretty
Oh,
good,
that's cool.
pretty
Yeah.
good look. He looks very much like a droid, kind of from Phantom Menace, the prequels, a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And then there's a scene. It looks like where they must be in. Are they in Belle Reve? Is that where they are?
Yeah.
And it looks almost like the Guardians of the Galaxy prison scene.
Yes.
Yeah, where they're like sitting at the tables, and it looks similar to it. This cartoon animation looks great.
It is really good. And there's a scene where they insinuate Dr. Phosphorus is a Nazi. And GRO asks Rick Flag if he's a Nazi and he can shoot him. He goes, no, he's not a Nazi. We don't like him, but he's not a Nazi.
That's funny.
But he's playing a game of Jenga against Dr. Phosphorus, and in the Jenga pieces, he sees a swastika.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at that picture right now. That's funny.
Yeah, he has a one-track mind for killing Nazis, which apropos for the seventh day of Creat-Ukkah.
Yeah,
I believe.
exactly. That's what I would think too.
Yeah, and he repeats how many Nazis killed. So yeah, in June 1944, he served in a battle which he killed 38 Nazis. In September 1942, he killed 92 Nazis at the Battle of Herdigan Forest. In October 94, he killed 14 more Nazis at the Battle of Aachen.
The eighth night is the big finale, right? That's probably, I don't know a lot about Hanukkah, but that's probably where you get the best gift, like you get the best pair of socks.
Well, I say it's the unknown night.
Unknown night.
We put it to bed that we don't know what's going to happen for the next year and that the lights have lasted, because you didn't think the oil was going to last the first 7 nights. So we kind of get whatever's run out at the end, right? It's kind of petering out.
Yeah.
That's when we get, kind of the leftovers. And to dig out an extra 8th night, we found on the comic book side in the 2000 series, they debuted Aten the Mummy, who also went on to be in the Agents of Shade. So he's a human person turned into a mummy whose bandages, he can take them off and heal people. So he's kind of an interesting character that way. Doesn't appear a whole lot other than that. Only has 5 appearances, I think, in the comic books altogether. So he's kind of just running on fumes with this, but he is an Agent of Shade eventually.
Yeah, like a mummy that's not really a mummy.
Yeah.
But he has some, like you said, he has some mystical powers, and yeah.
And he's got an Egyptian name, so yeah.
Yeah.
But he only appears in the 2000 series, so we don't know as much about him running on things. And then in the animated show, we get a debut appearance of, finally, Eric Frankenstein, the proper Frankenstein monster from the DC Comics, in his full form.
Yeah,
carrying
super
a sword.
badass.
Yeah, carrying a sword, looking like the Frankenstein altogether that we were expecting.
And voiced, and if there's ever live action, going to play by David fucking Harbour, which is awesome.
And there's rumors that, yes, he will appear live action eventually.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. So Dave Harbour, who plays the Red Guardian, right? and
Yep.
the White Widow movie, Black Widow
Yep.
movie.
And in the upcoming Thunderbolts movie,
Hmm.
and he plays Hellboy in the Hellboy movies, and he's in Stranger Things.
Yes, and
Have not
in
seen the Hellboy.
his own alternative Christmas movie that's not a Christmas movie, Violent Night.
Yeah, that's right, where he plays Santa that murders
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, or he murders bad guys like Nazis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's not a murdering Santa like Black Christmas or Silent Night, Deadly Night, classic horror movies set in Christmas time.
Yeah,
So,
I'm looking forward to seeing this show, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play Frankenstein monster live.
so he comes out in the show, and they have a whole backstory in episode 2 is about how the bride comes to be, and so he's the one that gets Frankenstein to make him his bride, and she rejects him, which is a little bit different than the actual comic books where they're kind of indifferent to each other. They did love each other at one time.
Mm-hmm.
In the show, they basically fucking hate each other, except for,
Okay.
well, she hates him, and he's still obsessed with her because that's who she's supposed to be, his love of his life. She was made to be that. So they have a pretty good sequence, a montage sequence of him chasing her through history at
Oh,
different
that's cool.
times, wearing different clothing. So like
Mm-hmm.
as cowboys and cowgirls, as uh, soldiers in World War II, where it looks like he may be on the Nazi side. So there may be something there for
Oh,
GI Robot to work on.
interesting.
and then it ends like the one of the end ones there. Uh, she's in a grunge band in the 90s.
Oh,
And he
that's
gets on
funny.
stage to try to woo her.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, but in the comics, she recruits him to be a member of Shade. They had broken up because they had a kid together that didn't quite work out and tried to kill her, and then Frankenstein killed it, or they thought he did, and they run into it in the future, and it wants to be killed because it's a mutant. It doesn't really kind of work out, as you can imagine. Animated people not having the best of luck with procreation. Uh,
Right.
welcome to night 8 of Creat-Ukkah.
Mm-hmm.
But in this telling, yeah, it's lovelorn, chasing her throughout the ages, um, and I won't spoil all of it, but it's pretty good to watch on screen.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah,
This cartoon has me pumped to watch. I'm so disappointed that I thought it was coming out in January. Fuck.
you really got to check your text messages more.
I do. Sorry, man. Oh,
But on that topic, since we did 8 nights of Creat-Ukkah, lit all the candles, this is our alternative celebration this year for the holiday season. What is your favorite alternative holiday movie? We talked about Violent Night,
oh,
talked about some of the
interesting.
old horror movie nights, Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night. There's a variety of alternative holiday movies out there. Which is your favorite?
Oh boy, I have to think on that for a little bit. What do you like? I'll
Well,
let you go.
wait, I lean towards, Die Hard's a Christmas movie,
I was thinking about
and
Die
Die
Hard.
Hard 2 is a Christmas movie. Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Gremlins. I gotta go with the Jack Frost direct to DVD or direct to VHS Killer Snowman movie, in which Shannon Elizabeth has sex with a carrot of a of a snowman
Oh, jeez,
who's also a killer snowman. When the
that's
killer gets out of
hilarious.
prison, dies, and or like a radioactive spill, and his body, blood, and everything gets molded with the ice, and he becomes a killer snowman. And he uses his carrot on a young Shannon Elizabeth making one of her early film debuts.
That's crazy. Also, Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
But Iron Man 3 isn't very good, though.
It is not very good. You know, I don't know if I have necessarily a favorite because I haven't had enough time to think about it. But when I was younger, I did love Gremlins, and of course, Die Hard is, I think, the ultimate. Probably, if you asked like 9 out of 10 people what their favorite alternate holiday movie was, it would probably be Die Hard.
Yeah.
But I'll go with Gremlins, and then Batman Returns, because you know that was
Al-
just the time for those Batman movies.
Also, The Long Kiss Goodnight, also a
Hmm.
holiday movie.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So we watched Gremlins, and I didn't remember this from when I was a kid, but we watched it with my kids probably like 9 or 10 years ago, or maybe like probably 6 or 7, when they were still like young enough to believe in Santa Claus, but old enough where it was starting to wane a little bit. And Phoebe Cates tells that whole story about how,
Side note,
yeah,
Santa Claus is real. For anyone listening to this
oh
that
yeah,
wants to
for
say anything,
sure, for
okay,
sure. I'm just talking about a movie
okay.
that a movie about little gremlins that obviously isn't talking about what reality is. That's for sure. But she talks about how her father died in the chimney dressed as Santa Claus, and
Oh
at the
yeah,
end she's
yeah.
like, and that's when I learned there was no Santa Claus, and my wife and I were just sitting there, not moving, not looking at anyone, and then the next scene happened and nobody picked up on it. So we're like, thank God.
That is a tenuous time
Mhm.
for parents out there. If you're facing that, might we suggest you listen to Creat-Ukkah and celebrate Creat-Ukkah
Yes,
for 8 nights? Because vampire, werewolves, Medusas, Frankenstein monsters are all real. There's nothing fake about them.
they are all real.
Equally number of movies based on all those characters as there are on Santa Claus. So if you can if you can enjoy the holiday season with Santa Claus, you can enjoy it with creatures, I think.
I think so too. Yeah, there's a lot of good alternative Christmas movies. Maybe that'll be one of our themes one year.
Yeah, man, I forgot how good The Long Kiss Goodnight is. It's Rennie Harlan's best movie, I think.
I haven't seen it in so long, I
Yeah.
can barely remember it.
He went on to make Swashbuckler's Island or whatever, that Buccaneers Island or whatever it was, the big flop
Oh yeah,
with
with
Gina Davis again, because Rena
yeah,
Harlan, he married Gina Davis after The Long Kiss Goodnight.
and what's the
Matthew Modine.
Rodine, yeah.
The Modine. Rena Harlan also famous for directing Speed, if I remember right. That's his best movie of all time.
Yeah, and apparently Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is also a
Yep, that's a
Christmas
very good
movie.
movie also.
Yeah, I
So
haven't seen that in a long time either.
or maybe he didn't do Speed. I was lying. He didn't do Speed. He did Cliffhanger. Yeah, he did. He's done at least 2 movies with the Stallone. Cutthroat Island. That came out.
Cut
Cutthroat
that
Island.
yours.
It came out before The Long Kiss Goodnight. How did he get another movie after that?
Yeah, that's a good point. No one saw that movie.
Yeah, that's like our Hudson Hawk level of movie.
What a great movie. I haven't
Where
seen that
where
in so
where,
long.
where Hudson Hawk's great, Cutthroat Island deserves
Mhm.
all the shenanigans that get thrown against lambasting it takes.
Yeah. So Hudson Hawk, directed by Michael Lehman, who also directed nothing great. Airheads.
Yes,
Airheads is good.
Airheads is great.
Yeah.
Not a Christmas movie, but
No. No, but ties back into Adam Sandler.
mm-hmm.
The Lone Rangers.
Lone Rangers. Not exactly alone, are you? I'm looking at Edward Scissorhands, also Batman Returns,
Mhm.
Little Women, You've Got Mail, Eyes Wide Shut,
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, The Royal Tannenbaums. Yeah, if we can consider that one, that's pretty good. Yeah, all the way good, all the way
Yeah.
featuring in the tradition of what will become people watching Creature Commandos for their holiday Creat-Ukkah celebrations in the future. And you can start it right here because we brought it to you first. The joy of 8 nights of Creat-Ukkah.
Yes. Yes. So we hope you all enjoyed listening. And what's next? What do we say? How do
Oh,
we sign off from a great show like this?
I'm gonna let you take the lead on
So let
the
me
Yule
take the lead.
tides.
So everybody have a happy holiday, regardless if you're celebrating the 12 days of some kind of Xmas or the 8 days of Creat-Ukkah. And I'm going to look for a Hanukkah greeting or
May there be many Nazis for you to end up there. Creat-Ukkah Shanish.
Krisha Kashanakana.
And on that note, thanks everybody. Have a good season. Anthropomorphic.